peppy hands. And I guess it's always Enchantress round 1. Like, it's never not Enchantress round 1. It's... oh, by the way, did you join any of these, like 8-man lobbies that they're trying to get running? Where they're just all solo queuing into each other? Ouch. That is pretty rough. Oh, you can probably just blame Big Boy for that. Like, no, I haven't joined these lobbies. They've been running when I've been doing other stuff, and they seem to be like full right now, and they're kind of off sync with like with when my games are starting right now. Oh, but Ninja, they're not partying. They're like, if you look in the Discord, you'll see that there's like a whole bunch of them hanging out in a voice chat. They just solo queue at the same time. So Blink Dagger is the only take here. If I had access to like a Peril mix or a 2-star mech, then the reactor could have been a take. Tiny, way too good. Cannot pass him up. Then this Batrider feels a little bit bad to leave behind, but there's not that much to do about it. Like, I can sell out other enchanters, but like, that is the kind of play that always gets punished, because there's no way that you sell an enchantress round 3 and you don't run into an enchantress pair or like 3 treants the next round. I think Arcane Boots and Soul Sucking Siphon are both fine options here. I'm not a huge fan of Blightstone. I guess Arcane Boots is probably slightly better. That's a 2-star test. I guess... I'm not sure if I want to play the 1-star Enchantress or 1-star Witch Doctor. Probably the Witch Doctor. I can put items like this, I guess. Yikes. That Ogre is gonna tank forever. Oh. Double CK. So I'm pretty weak comparatively speaking to the boards that I actually looked at. Oh, yeah, that could end up happening. Then you end up in one of the 7 boss player lobbies once again. Then I'm fine just holding on to this stuff. I don't really like taking the level the next round because like all of this stuff is kind of whatever to put in. Now I do have like some amount of pairs. They're not really high value pairs, but they're still pairs. And I can't reach 3 warriors, which is unfortunate. And I guess heading into 2 warlocks is probably my strongest play here. I'll put the mana boots on this dude. then I can overflow it, but probably I'll end up selling out all the Bounty Hunter for the next round. And the idea is just gonna be to like maintain these pairs until I actually hit something, or until I reach a point where I know that I'll just be lose streaking anyway. Come on, Witch Doctor, you can get it off. Nice. Fortunately, like, it didn't end up working out. If the Tusk had finished off the tiny, I think I would have just won there, but that is fine. Oh, that's a lot of Shadow Fiends. So at this point, I feel fairly comfortable just setting out to these Tinkers. And I can sell out of... Actually, I can just put this dude on the board. I can sell out of the AMs, and even though I would be stronger putting a Shadow Fiend onto the board like immediately, I will hold off on doing it until the next round, because I can just sneak in free interest here. Oh, DMCD, that's nice. But I guess if I lose this game, then I'll be down hanging out with Ninja down at rank 80. I guess it's fine to hold on to the casual Terrorblade for a round as well. This dude just crushed me. I wonder if this is the same Marsh that was playing QIHL earlier. Like, that had 2 accounts. It was really active at the start of the previous season. They had a picture of the planet Mars. So, I can actually take the level here. And at this point, like this druid stuff is kind of more a dream than anything. I'm not a huge fan of starting out of the tiny here, but I will do it just to be able to fit the Shadow Fiend. I'll put him a little bit back. I should have also been faster this round, so I actually had time to scout for assassins, because my positioning might be off here. Thanks for the advice, DMCD. I'll try to follow it. So I'm actually getting crushed this round. That sucks, but probably it's better for me to play double Shadow Fiend over the Witch Doctor. Like, it's just a mistake, and I shouldn't make mistakes like that. I almost spilled my water all over me. It was a little bit spooky. So I think just maintaining the 2 Shadow Fiends is stronger than taking the Abaddon here. So there's no assassins I need to be concerned about, so I can be positioned far back and just guess the Tiny can have the blink. Then like these Shadow Fiends will be doing reasonable DPS. When the guy that's playing Bounty 1 finds Bounty 2, then I probably need to protect them with either the Tusk or the Tiny, but for now this positioning should be fine. And next round I'll probably need to sell out of like the Batrider or the Sun King to make 10 gold, but that is fine. And unless oh, well hello there. So I can choose to, actually, I really don't value this Bounty Hunter, so I'll just go to 10 gold, but if that Bounty Hunter was something like Tiny, I would have preferred to keep it and like say that probably I'm winning this round anyway. And, like, in most cases I will be winning this round. Then I do value the Abaddon higher than the Witch Doctor here, because this Shadow Fiend 2 is an absurd amount of damage this early. So just having the Heartless buff means I can just smash the enemy boards super fast. I don't need... I'll smash them before the Witch Doctor would even be getting his cask off. And Shadow Fiend, like his ultimate, it is basically the finisher of the board at this point. Another Shadow Fiend is... like, this is pretty disgusting actually. So I do want to be in Warriors primarily, since I do have these 2-stars, which means I feel pretty fine just selling out all of this stuff on my bench. Because I do want to, like, have a reasonably strong economy as well. This dude is a little bit spooky, but he's also baiting himself into playing big time contract, so, like, I'm not feeling too concerned about him, unless he finds something broken this round, like coordinated assault. And I guess holding on to the Venomancer is fine here. This dude has double AM too. Oh, speaking of broken things. So at this point, I do regret having sold off the Witch Doctor, but I couldn't have predicted that I would get this broken item. And yeah, so I'm not even sure that I want to keep Abaddon in at this point. I think it's probably just better to like put in a second Shadow Fiend with a Batrider. Then like they'll just pop off. And I don't know if the coordinated assault buck is still there, but if it is, I will not intentionally abuse it, but I will accidentally abuse it when I end up with 2 trolls, because I naturally play 2 trolls when I have any troll, just because like it's very good value since they are DPS units. Or at least the ones I play, Witch Doctor and Troll Warlord. Witch Doctor also benefits immensely from the attack speed and getting out the cask as early as possible. It means that if you're against stuff like Coddle and Shadow Fiend, he'll often just cancel their casts. While if you don't have a secondary troll to activate him, then most of the time they'll actually get their casts off before the cask has time to like bounce around a bit. Then for the next round, I should be able to hit 30 gold. I'm not entirely sure the best way to do it. Probably I'll just clear out my bench entirely. But depending on what the shop offers, kicking the second Shadow Fiend could also be an idea. Yeah, so I'm just gonna sell out of this stuff. Like, I don't really care about those units at this point. My board is pretty strong, so I can just bum rush to 50 gold probably. And as long as I win this round, I will be making it leap up to 40. If I don't win this round, then like it gets a little bit more complicated, but it'll just mean that I can start developing my bench again and start holding on to units a little bit earlier. So, there are no assassins in the game, but this dude is actually, like, he's actually playing assassins. He's just in secret. So, keeping this in mind, guess if I take off the Link from the Tiny, I can put him over in this corner, or I can just put the Tusk over there. And I'll wait until until the round has almost started to make this play. I can look around a little bit before then. Both of his units should blink onto this stuff. So if I go to him or if he comes to me, it should improve the matchup a lot. So it looks like I destroyed him on his board now. I think just doing this sneaky positioning with Tusk did a lot for that. And since I did break his streak at this point, even though he might break my streak coming to my board, I feel better just having this sort of positioning again. Yes, I can hold on to the Drow, because turning on Undead it's pretty good. I'll just do that instead of having the second Shadow in at this point. And then, like, after his run starts, I can pick up the snipers and just hold on to them for a bit. Probably, I won't find a timing to play the snipers, but if I end up 2-starring him, then maybe he just ended up being good on the board. And like the units I want the most right now are Troll Warlord and Witch Doctor due to my coordinated assault. So this dude, he's not living life. He's got double unstable reactor and completing the cycle, and he's loose streaking. So that's one of the worst feelings for Roller. Like he's got like full early game items and he's not even winning the early game. That's pretty nice. I'll just take off the blink for this run. And guess it's better for me to position like this. And I can head to level 7 for the next round. Especially since my streak is fairly big right now. I do like being slightly stronger, even if it's like a marginal increase in strength. I think it's probably worth it. Then I can put the blink back on the timer for the PvP round. So at this point, I feel like I can probably... Hold on. Hello there. Yeah, I will find a way to make the Fall from Grace work. Like, it doesn't immediately make sense, but it will make sense at some point. And at this point, guess I can sell that dude. I can put in a second Shadow Fiend. And guess I can still target this guy with by positioning. I'll just send this dude over here. I might not beat him still, because like Beastmaster 2 with Blink is a really spooky unit to play against. And I'm fine just developing my bench at this point. I'll probably try to hit level 8 for round 18 or 19 here. But I don't mind delaying it a little bit if I end up hitting a bunch of forecasts, for example. And after I get to level 8, like, I'll just clean up my bench a little bit. Or I'll have to roll down for a bit of direction from the game. So this feels pretty good. I'm probably never playing this lone druid, but I will hold on to him for a little bit. I guess this guy hasn't figured out that he's probably better. Oh, damn, he has got 3 blinks. He's probably better off putting his blink dudes on the right side. I'm not opposed to holding on to an additional tiny. Like, I'm not likely to be going for the 3-star tiny at this point. Like, it's a little bit late to start developing past the 2-star, especially since I am actually looking to actively push levels. But like for now, it's fine to hold on to it. Oh, that's an alchemist and another tiny. Just gonna get out of this lone droid. Like, he might show up a bit more, but yeah, that's kind of fine. Then, since I am not actually protecting a range deck here, like you see, nothing. There's no need for me to push to 8 this round. I can just go for it for the next round. But if I had a win streak running, then the 1 gold lost from leveling early would have probably been outweighed by the streak gold that I would be more or less guaranteeing, since I am very strong right now. Like, putting in an alchemist would be pretty huge. It would actually probably just be better to put in the alchemist rather than playing the double SF, to be honest, but like, that's just a mistake. And I guess it's better to put the arcane boots on the bat because he only has a 50 mana pool or 20 mana pool, so he often only needs 1 or 2 hits to actually pop them off. So the 2-star sniper, I'm not too thrilled about, but I will play it over one of the Shadow Fiends. I'll just put him fully cornered. Maybe it's better I position something like this, to be honest. And I can just go like this, because the Pudge is walking back into the bat's aura anyway. And since I did hit so many tinies, the tiny 3 that I thought would not be on the table is actually very much on the table. These Windrunners are a little bit uncertain. Most likely I can't make anything out of them. Because if I want to play 3 hunters with Sniper and Joe, my 3rd hunter will always be Dusa, and with this Shadow Fiend and fitting a troll and potentially playing Tiny 3 and Fall from Grace, there's no way I can fit more than 3 hunters. Like, I'm gonna need to start cutting units as is. Like, say I have 3 warriors, Pudge, Kankalakan, because I want to get to the 4 Heartless from Fall from Grace. That's 3 units. Then I have 2 Warlocks in Alchemist and Shadow Fiend. That's 5 units. And then 3 Hunters, I'm at 8 units. Then I want a 1 or 2 Trolls, probably. Actually, Witch Doctor is better than Alchemist. Then I can actually double dip into synergies that way. So it'll be 3 units plus 3 units plus 2 units at the very least that are lock slots. So my 9th unit would be unlocking my first black slot. And at this point, just have a look here. Yes, this dude is very much in Warlocks, so I will take Wicked Intent here. Retaliate could be an option here, but well, hello there, Mr. Lycan. Oh, also, I do need to have a slot for my potential 3-star Tiny if I end up with him. So, at this point, I'll just bench the Tiny, get to the 400, be happy. I don't think I should really be rolling here, like, even though I can upgrade my board a bit, the odds for 1 costs don't decrease that drastically on level 9. It goes from 24% to 19%. The 3 costs don't change and the 4 costs increase by a lot. And my board is reasonably stable. And I'm mostly looking for 3, 4, and 5 costs units at this point. Like, this Pudge could be a 3-star Pudge at some point of his life, but it's not really something that I need. It's just something that would be nice. So probably for the next round I can push to 9. Then I will end up losing like 1 gold in interest if I don't want to sell out of either the Pudges or the Wind Rangers or the Shadow Fiends. But I feel fairly confident that like holding on to these units will give me some sort of value. Then I am fairly happy just playing this tiny for now, but if I end up making something like a 2-star Wind Ranger or a second Shadow Fiend, then I would of course rather play those units, because you know, damage is pretty good. Gyrocopter is a pretty cool dude, so I can roll a bit here, just see if anything on my bench combines. Well, that is a Troll Warlord. And I feel like I can just sell out of this stuff now. These are not real. I can put in the gyro just to turn on this stuff. Then the Shadow Fiend can hold on to this. I guess Blink on the Kanka is probably right still. And I'm not sure if I can ever play Doom at this point, but I will hold on to him just to decrease other people's chances of finding him and improve my odds on other 5 or on other forecasts. So I nuked this guy for a little bit. He's close to level 9, but like he's in some sort of really shady comp. Once he gets out of Terrorblade, he'll probably be able to make something more sensible, but like he doesn't have units. Like he needs to build an entire comp from scratch, and he'll have 50 gold to do it, so best of luck to him. Like I will hold on to this Lich, but like it's not really going to be something I'm actually looking to play. If I end up accidentally 2-starring it, then I can probably take out the Kanka or the Lycan, but I do want to maintain my 3 warriors. Which, fortunately, due to being forced to play Troll Warlord, like, I'll always be in my 3 warriors. Or, well, not always, but almost always I'll be in my 3 warriors. I guess it's probably better to play Lich over Drow, potentially. I'm not even sure about that, to be honest, because the enemies don't really have, like, there's a Dusa 1, another Dusa 1. This DK doesn't have splash. This dude just explodes you. Like, the Lich is not that easy to get off in the current game state. Oh, hello there, Mr. Dusa. Or, misbalanced Snake Woman. I guess I can just put in Medusa, even though I guess she doesn't do all that much at this point. You can position something like this. Might be better to do something like this. Sure. Maybe it's a little bit awkward. Maybe I just put the Troll and Drow on this line, and then put the Shadow Fiend and the Deuce in the back line. That probably makes the most sense if I want to utilize both auras. And I kind of need to get a 2-star Drow for this to be making sense, but actually the sniper should be in the back line. It's a little bit sad that I'm losing Arcane Boots value because of this, but yes, there's not too much I can do about that right now. And I can start trolling a little bit here. I'm not sure I should be taking the Shadow Fiend, but they will just accept it. And I can take some rolls here. Like, this dude is not real, this dude is not real. And it's fine to play the techies over that dude. I guess if I put him in the front line, if somebody is on this side, he'll take a little bit of damage, then he'll walk back into the auras. It'll be pretty neat. Oh. I guess that's Daedalus Dusa. Yep. Just the casual 1-star Dusa, out DPSing everything on his team. But that happens. I feel like my board is developing reasonably nicely. I have a good feeling about like how this game is developing. Like, there's nobody that has something like a higher class of criminal to really pressure the 5-cost pool. And I guess holding on to Razor is not the worst here.
Together we will honor the temple.
I'll take one more. No, I can do a couple more rolls here. Okay. Then just hang out on 40, I guess. Or I can go up to 50 like this. So this 3-star Shadow Fiend Dream is like, it's just a dream or a meme or however you wanna call it, most likely, but it might happen. And probably, it's not even worth it for me to play this 1-star Deuce right now. It's most likely better to just play the Shadow Fiend. Like, she's not doing all that much, and she's not really even enabling that much, because my other units are a Drow 1 and a Sniper 2. It might be better to play, what's it called? Gyrocopter over the second Shadow Fiend, but I'm not even sure about that. So I will be willing to roll down a bit here. I have so many high impact pairs. Guess I can put the Vanguard on the Lich at this point. And I'm not sure how to position this. I think this is probably fine. I would like to make a 2-star Troll Warlord at some point in this game. But I don't really feel like I'm in a rush right now. But this is the other mage player. I guess I should probably not say the other mage player, because I started like identifying as a mage player after I put in a 2-star Lich, but you know, I'm not actually a mage player. Oh, this guy has the scale stuff and a 3-star starter. That's a little bit spooky to be honest, but if I had taken the Razor 2 when he was offered, I would be in so good shape, by the way. So, I'm not sure if this tech is worth having in at this point, to be honest. It might be better to just put in this dude. And by might be, I mean, I'm fairly certain that it's actually better. And I can let my economy go back up to 50 gold. So, this guy is barely alive. He doesn't have any economy to back him up. He doesn't have any 5 costs, and he's building a second Doom. So most likely, this guy can't really develop very much past this point. It means he's not a spooky opponent, even down the line. And I don't mind selling out of the draw at this point. I also don't mind selling out of the sniper, to be honest. Like, the sniper is more of a meme than anything. And I currently have 4 undead still. I can't cut either of the warrior undeads. I accidentally moved the units. It's fine, it's against neutrals. But basically, what this will end up like starting doing is after I put in the Necro, because he's just good value to have on the board, the enemies will start damaging themselves with their heals, which is pretty funny. I guess another Vanguard is probably my best take here, because I am fairly deep into this like 5-cost bullshit. I guess another do so. It doesn't hurt. I can probably stay on level 9 and roll a little bit more, and then I can just push to 10 for round 33. And I guess I'll put the Vanguard on this dude, because he is still like sending his entire army of Blink dudes over to this corner, which is this corner. Then they all start running towards the Lich before they change their minds. It's just how it works. Which ends up meaning that, like, the main clump of units for me just dodges the wrath of this terrifying 3-star slaughter. And I guess it's just time to roll a bit more. Not like I'm fairly interested in the fudge, but like it's kind of just a dream. There's nothing more to it. Then I guess at this point I just have to relax. I can push to 10 for the next round. Then just put in like random Enigma, random Necro or something. If... Oh, nice. So, now that this guy actually has a 2-star DK, I can actually put in my techies and have him go off, which feels pretty good. Like, I can position something like this, and like this techies is always gonna go off, more or less. And his DK is in this slot. It'll punch the Lich, go like pew pew pew. It'll passively trigger these 2 units. Maybe if I put this dude here, he'll proc the Arcane Boots as the Alchemist is walking by, which would be pretty nice. And I should have just been rolling at the start of the run instead of like explaining and making pew pew sounds, looking at my units. Just making a quick Aegis check so I don't accidentally BMJG you down the line. I don't think anyone has the potential to outscale me at this point, so this game is very much in the bag. I guess since this guy is in 6 Knights, I need to respect that and keep the Enigma around. I can roll down to 13. I can sell out of the Deuces. I don't really think I need them. Wait, this guy just switched sides. That's pretty rude, to be honest. So I might be losing this fight, because like my techies didn't go off fast enough, but he seemed to be fine anyway, and I just killed him on his board. I think? No, he's alive by 2 HP. Got baited by Lycan dogs. Then, like, I'm just gonna wait until after the item is shown, then I will roll down and just go all in, because like there's no point in letting these people live. Then I guess if he's positioned in like long line, like he was before he adjusted for the creep round, I'm not entirely sure how to position my blink attacker. Against this dude that is all bunched up into this corner, then probably I want to make my unit aggro. Oh. So I'll want to make my unit aggro on top onto the tiny and blink onto the lich probably. For the best result. I almost forgot to grab the doom there. Why did I buy a Shadow Shaman? Guess Enigma. It's fine. And it makes more sense to put in 4 of these dudes. That dude is dead. That dude is live. And since he repositioned... Let's see. Guess if Team Knights are out, then Enigma is kind of a pointless unit. I can't afford to go into that troll. I would have liked to see another techies, but I guess I'll have to be fine with this. And then I can just go hang out on this side of the board with some units. Oh, that might be the worst techies bomb I've seen in a while. And I should just put the blink on the techies, to be honest. Like, it's just a mistake to not have it on the techies. It's like, it doesn't even make sense to not have it on him. Guess I can probably position something like this, especially since he is playing the Blink Disruptor. I can put this on this dude as well. Guess the Lich doesn't need the HP item at this point. Hello game, can I have a 2-star techies? Guess Radiance on the Alchemist makes more sense than on the Lycan, because he does have this Warlock perk, or Warlock tag, so when he presses this button then he'll heal a lot. He also has more HP than any of the warriors. So this dude is live by 1 HP. Hopefully he dies before the creep round, or like chaotic stuff can start happening, because thank you game. The techies, it was all that I wanted, to be honest. Anyway, if he stays alive, wow, this techies is just like stretching out to the bench since he grew in size. But if he survives to round 40, then a lot of chaotic stuff can happen, since tier 5 items are ridiculously strong. If he gets something massive and I get nothing, then the entire tone of the game can shift just from that round. Oh, that was a reasonably large amount of damage.